Service above self. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Please join in prayer or meditation as I say, bless this food to our use and us to thy service. Amen.
We just might have one today. Yeah. Weather is warmer, it's May, love is in the air. So let's open up there to number 2, page 12, off the bottom there. It's called, let me call you.
Oh, I like that one.
Published in 1910, it was an immediate hit. Something you may not know about that, 105 years later, 2015, it happens that the Library of Congress each year selects songs that are culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant. 2015, Let Me Call You Sweetheart, was added to the list. Okay, let's do it ourselves here. Bring it up right, okay? Let me call you sweetheart, I'm in love with you. Let me hear you whisper that you love me too. The heart like lightning in your eyes so true. Let me call you sweetheart, I'm in love with you.
Great. Oh, man. That was Alan here.
Happening at Club Assembly, so we'll talk about the preparations. Don't forget buying some cards, if you want to get in on the card thing today. Guess we'll start out with $50, so does anybody have any $50? Bill?
I'm happy to the tune of $10 because tomorrow, which is the anniversary, actually the May 15th is the anniversary. I will be joined by 8 Rotarians at the ball game. I'm happy about that.
Good. Any other $50? John?
Yeah, I've got 25s and 20s for Joan and all the people that worked hard to make this event be what it is. And I have $5 for children that don't have a glass jaw. Celia gave me a lift, everybody knows I need one. I have a hard head, I fell down, I'll be okay, don't worry about it. Actually, I had dental surgery on Friday, and this was the residue of that. So it didn't start showing up until Sunday after she hit me earlier.
Alan?
I'd like to give $17 today. Who would like to guess what that's for? Grandchild number 17.
Ooh.
I've got 50 happy dollars.
Woo.
He's leaving.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, and that in a few words is it, but you know me, I'm not gonna do that. But, yeah, I've got 50 happy dollars. I think most of you know we're going to be moving away, this weekend, actually. And, so I won't be around as often as I would like to be, but it's been one of the greatest privileges of my life to be here with you guys every week, to be a part of this club. Some of the best friends I've ever made in my life have been here. And I'm not leaving the club. I won't be here as often as I'd like to, but we'll be on Zoom while we have it on. And I want to come back as often as I can. So I'm moving away, but I'm not leaving. Okay.
Where are you going?
Over Chesapeake. And the other thing that I want to mention too, one of my regrets, if I have any, is that John Burtis and I never got to do that wrestling match we talked about.
Make some room right here.
We kind of had it scheduled, but I put on so much weight this past year, I'm kind of out of the weight. Once I lose a few pounds, it would have been great for 110. I'm gonna have to wait on that. But anyway, it's just, I just want to tell everybody, I'll be around, but I'm not leaving, and I'll never forget, what, the times I've had here and the things that I've done. So, and the people in Cape Charles and around, so I'm gonna miss you, but I'll be back.
I'd like to amend my, I'll wait for silence. Okay. I'd like to amend my 10 happy dollars with 5 sad dollars, because Bill Murphy is one of the finest guys I ever met. If you just go through the dictionary and pick out all the positive adjectives, Bill's name would be right next to every one of them. He's just a super guy. I don't trust many people, but Bill is certainly on that list, right at the top. He's a dear friend, and I'm glad I know my way across the bridge.
Thank you.
I've got 5 happy dollars, because when Bill sells his house, he won't be able to move into the new house for a couple of days. So he's gonna be our guest. Until he can move into the new place.
How much are you?
Are you sure? He did this one before, he did, and he moved out. That's how he got it. People left and he stayed in the house.
Happy dollars. I'll give 10 happy dollars, and $5 because we had great attendance today, so I'm glad to see everybody here. Another $5, I woke up, of course, on Friday morning, and I've done 3 COVID tests, and they were all negative. The last one was last night, so I'm happy about that, and I'm improving, so I should be ready for my hour-long speech. And all right, who has a high card today? We have anything higher than the king?
Guess what?
Well, it's.
So what's for that day?
I think you got it from Jackie.
Not sure how much money is here, but we'll figure that out later.
Yeah.
Get you to pick a card, so you win the queen of hearts.
See where it is, Mark?
Yeah.
You know?
You come turned up.
That's pretty sweet.
You have them turned up.
What do you mean? Oh.
I'll take that offer.
I could see it.
Yeah, there is definitely a queen in there.
Trying to help you out.
That's one of the best meetings we've ever had. Okay, now, they're all turned down.
No.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
It's pretty hard.
Inside job.
I don't care. Give it all to Rotary.
That's all. $900.
I don't know.
We had a board meeting today and I have a couple of announcements. Voted to join or continue our membership in the Chamber of Commerce, that was $200. We voted to donate $500. Bob, what was that for, the kids count? program.
Kids Count Forum coming up, few weeks. Sponsored by what used to be Smart Beginnings of Eastern Shore, now they changed their name to something else.
Smart Beginnings. Yeah. And I think Chuck, you had a sign up sheet for the parking at Fairfield Center. How's
Yeah,
that?
I forgot to bring it with me today, but morning we're okay. The afternoon, I can get 2 more people to sign up for. It's from noon until 4, but really probably noon until 2 is long enough because people are more or less in. They don't need directions on how to get out. So if we can get 2 more people to sign up from noon till 3, that is, let me know, that'd be great. We'll be able to- It's May the 25th, and it's up in Barrier Islands. I will find out if there's a rain date, in case it does rain, predicted rain that day. I've done this like 4 or 5 years in a row, and they've always been perfect days, so I haven't get into the situation. What do we do with the rains? But I'll find that out.
All right, thanks, Chuck. We'll have another week next week.
Yeah.
Finalize.
Yeah. So you can let me know today if you're interested from June to 3.
All right. And we got an email from the district about the Chesapeake Bay Cleanup Day. It's June 1st, Chesapeake Bay Foundation sponsors that, and there's 3 sites in the area that are listed for cleanup. One of them, Bay Creek Beach, and then there's the Cape Charles Yachting Center has some kind of cleanup, I guess, at the harbor, and then the out in Oyster, there's a nature preserve, I think, put on by the Nature Conservancy, it's listed as the cleanup area, so. I don't know if there's any interest in that, it's June 1st. We have to let them know by May 28th, so. If you want to think about it, is anybody interested in doing that, I guess you gotta pick up trash. All right, I'll have more details about it next week, and we have a sign up sheet. Anybody have a choice on location?
Thank you.
I would really, I mean, Oyster's the personal location, so I mean, that'd be great, and, but.
Yeah, I think the Bay Creek Beach is usually kept up pretty well.
By then, yeah.
The yacht club has the harbor, so the nature reserve out at Oyster might be a good location.
And I may be able to get a few high school kids
Yeah.
to join me, or I will get a few. They need some community service hours. It's,
Okay, we'll get some more details on that then next week.
Mark, you should announce that Jason has joined the youth committee.
All right, I'll let you announce that.
You're the president.
Jason's joined the youth committee.
Jason, why don't you join me?
I was thinking about doing it.
I think everybody can this our newest member, I guess we should have planned a formal
This is perfect.
ceremony where we give you your pin, your back. I think we've already got that.
I like the way we did it.
All right. Glad to have.
Thanks.
Any other announcements before we get to the 100th anniversary? Yeah.
On behalf of Northampton County Public Schools, and Humphrey wrote some of you a personal little note. So first, Mark, this is for you and the entire club from Humphrey and some students. Here. Got Karen, here's one for you. And Bill.
Now, are these people who read chapters?
These are people who read chapters.
Oh.
Um,
Wow.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Wow. And I can't read.
So, if you don't know we did help, pay for the All District Reads program. And, so this is the second book starring Humphrey, a hamster who lives at school and has a whole bunch of adventures and teaches kids some lessons. This one was about friendship with Og the Frog. So thank you all for doing the readings, and kids loved it, and Humphrey is still a hit. So I don't know if we're going back for a third Humphrey book, but thank you very much.
All right, thanks, Ken. I'm sure we'll participate next year. We'll see again. All right, anybody else? Joan, I'll turn it over to you to talk about the weekend that's coming up.
Okay, can I make a suggestion? Could we get a photograph of the people who received the Humphrey Awards together for the paper? I think we might as well promote ourselves.
I volunteer.
Now or
Get
after,
ready for signs.
There you go.
That's the button on.
Yeah, Bill.
Don't take the camera with you.
who's got the camera?
No, that one.
Well,
Ah, that's.
if you will, stand, just stand right here. There you go. That way there's a bright window behind
You can
you.
hold mine.
No, you come over here.
So, what do you think? Mark, I'll take a picture. That's all right.
Just the camera.
Mark, stand right here.
That's okay.
Karen.
You can look there and see.
Good. Our readers. There we go. And, all right, everybody. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Very good. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, now on to the 100th anniversary weekend. I can't believe it, still so much to do. A couple of things. I haven't gotten a lot of feedback from people here on whether or not they're attending and whether or not they're bringing a +1 or 2 or 3. So before you leave, if you could stop by and make sure that I have a count, if you're coming or not coming, and if you are coming, how many people? It's Saturday night, 5:30 to 7:30 at Hayward Hall, which is the old Presbyterian Church on the corner of Strawberry and Haswell, 237, I believe.
Yep.
Okay. And it would be helpful to us to know how many people are coming. I have to print the envelopes that contain either your drink tickets or that says how many have entry into our event. So without knowing the count, it's tough to do. I appreciate that. Other than that, we're looking for volunteers, 9 o'clock Saturday morning at Hayward Hall to help decorate. Rearrange the tables, put chairs at the table, blow up helium balloons and tie them up and put them on tables, that type of thing. I know today we're going to give Jason the beer and wine. Now, this is an interesting problem I had. I was trying to figure out how much beer and wine to buy. And so I just assumed that we'd have 100 people. Each person would drink 3 glasses at 10 ounces a glass. And I would take 1/3 would get beer, 1/3 would get wood wine, and 1/3 would get white wine. I have no idea if that is close to being accurate or not. Plus, we also have soft drinks and water will be available. Does anyone have any input for me? Do you think? I think I ended up with 8, 1.5, 8 3-liter boxes of wine, 16 1.5 bottles of wine and 124 or 224 cases of Corolla beer and 224 cases of Corolla light beer in cans. So that's what you're going to have to drink if you come. And I hope that it's about right, but
Not to worry.
you think it'll
Because
be enough?
I've done 10 swine and wine dinners,
Okay,
and it's always the same issue. But you can always run to the store,
that's true.
and so don't sweat it.
Okay,
And if you have too much, we'll take care of it.
we'll have a really get together sometime. Start figuring it out. Let's see. Now, we have an issue and the committee is going to discuss it after this meeting here. So if you're on the committee, plan to stay. Talk. But the issue is right now we only have 5 golf carts registered for the golf cart parade. And we need to understand whether or not we should have it, or whether we should just try to get as many Rotarians to sit in each of the golf carts so it doesn't look like they're empty and have the parade. Does anyone have any input?
Kill it. 6 carts is not a parade.
5 carts is not a parade.
5 carts.
Okay, we'll bring it up with the committee and we'll talk about that. And we'll
Tell
do
the
that.
committee what I said.
I think the committee might approach it.
Well, and keep in mind too, that Bill is transporting the
Rudy and
Rudy
VW,
Garcia.
That's
So,
if we have a parade.
yeah,
if we had I think 5 carts.
you think what?
I think 5 carts would look
Goofy, yeah.
Goofy,
in a town used to, 100 carts.
sure, okay, well, thank you for the input. I will tell you that a gentleman named Bill Savage has a 1920s type automobile, I don't know what it is, I don't know if Libby knows. And he lives in Accomack County, and he dresses up as a gangster, and he has all of the non-operational gangster paraphernalia, guns that don't work, I guess a Tommy gun or whatever. And he was going to come down here if the weather was fine, because he couldn't drive the vehicle in rainy weather. He said it's not safe. I guess really old narrow tires are iffy at best. He was going to follow up in the parade, and after the parade, he was going to park his vehicle in front of the entrance to Central Park on Strawberry Street and in front of the school that evening when we have our reception. And he'll be all bound up in his 1920s accoutrement, clothing and more. And I think we still could have that.
Yeah.
And that's dependent upon him, and the weather, and we've invited him to be a guest in our reception if he's there. So just know that we've added an extra one that we're paying for. Let's see, other than that, we have about 15 or 16 artists who are coming to the art walk, which is also on Saturday from 10 to 4 and on Sunday from 10 to 4. I will be meeting them, and I think Jim is going to help me, and if there's anyone else who has a golf cart and is available, 7 o'clock Saturday morning, meet up at Strawberry Street and, in front of the park, that would be the western node. And we will try to help using golf carts move the artists' tents and other gear into the park to their spot. Okay, on Friday at 11 o'clock, Mark and anyone else who wants to put that in, and I are going to go to the park and we're going to measure 12-foot sections of grass along the northern side of the southern park walk. Okay, which means if you're coming in from Peach Street, that's the area of the walk. Okay, and I'm going to be putting the artists on the inside part of the wall. I have a wheelie that measures yards or feet, and I have a water-based spray can, and we're going to mark off the 12-foot slots and put a number. And the artists know what number they're assigned, so we're gonna help try to move their stuff in. And we will also need some assistance on Sunday afternoon around 4 o'clock, when the show is over, to help them pack everything up and bring it to their cars. We have volunteers who are going to be patrolling the park between 4 o'clock Saturday evening and around 9 o'clock Sunday morning, making sure that all of the artist stuff that was left overnight is not tampered with. Okay, we have permission from the town to have the whole park in the park with a flashing light, and they will be there, and they are actually going to put police, police have that yellow do not cross sign, the tape. We're gonna put tape at either end of where the artists are on the sidewalk, trying to keep people from walking that area, and also tape off the entrance from Peach Street, because that will be open. We're gonna have a 50-foot, I believe it's 50-foot food trailer that's coming in Saturday morning around 8 o'clock. It's going to set up in the Peach Street node, which is where usually the food vendors are for the concerts in the park. And they are going to be selling food and drinks, including homemade lemonade. And they are going to leave their trailer there that night and come back the next day and continue to sell, and then leave that Sunday afternoon. We have an agenda. Rudy Garcia is he the district
governor.
district governor, and his wife are joining us, and he is going to be on the program. He is going to make a presentation along with Bill Stram and John Burtis. Bill and John are going to make presentations on the Paul Harris Fellow Awards to the 5 people that they've arranged to get bids for. It's a pin, right? Okay, and Mark has around 6 or 7 or 8 Rotarians who also are going to be receiving Paul Harris Awards pins, and so we're asking Rudy to make those presentations as part of the program. We're going to have ZW, who's going to be our keynote speaker, and one of the things I forgot to do was a gift for ZW. So I put it on my list. We have to get a gift for her. Anyway, so I think does anyone have any questions?
Well, one thing to add, the high school band will be there on Saturday at 10.
Perfect. The high school band will be in the gazebo.
Yeah.
They will be playing for about an hour and a
Yeah,
half,
well, yeah.
depends on what.
Hour.
Okay, so hopefully that'll draw people into the park too, which will be great. And we are going to have some interact students. I'm not gonna have any interact students. Okay, then I will need, at the event, we will need people who will volunteer to man the beer and wine table. And, people will have tickets. When they run out of tickets for beer and wine, $5 a box or can, beer, whatever. Okay, it would be nice if we had someone who could, maybe a half hour, we could rotate through and cover. That would be great. Other than that, Katie, is there anything that I didn't say that you think needs to be said?
That's it, in terms of manning the liquor table, so I don't know what to call it. It'd be nice if we get maybe 3 of you for that first half hour, because that's when everybody's coming in and they're gonna want a beverage. So it'd be nice if we had several people there to assist on that, and then maybe throughout the course of the evening, we'll just need 1 person per half hour to man the table.
Okay, great. Anyone else have any questions?
What about parking?
Parking?
Yeah, for people that are just coming to the show, or people that are helping you.
Good point. Okay, as some of you know, maybe all of you know, that the chamber is having a fest event that same day on the Canoni Railroad property from probably around 1, certainly from 3 until 8. The people who are there first, early, are paying more, and they're gonna be tailgating, so they're gonna bring their vehicles in, they're gonna think, they said, they're gonna have a 10 by 30 area they can put their vehicle in, set up a tent, have a tailgate party, whatever. Bands start playing at 3 o'clock on the Canoni property. The people who are not tailgating will either have to find a place to park, and I'm guessing that would either be at the harbor, or would be off of Mason Avenue in town. We will have art walk parking signs at Peach Street pointing to the municipal parking lot, going in before the first condo on the left. And then that road goes parallel Mason going west. And at the end is about across from where Brown Dog is, that gravel way that used to go into the harbor. People who are parking municipal generally come out that way, but I'm gonna have signs that say art walk parking, go straight and go into the Tobby property, and we can park at the Tobby property. Okay, and if you come in from the municipal parking, you park close to the white fence, the Cape Charles Medical Center side. And when you're done, you get in your vehicle and you head west and go out the entrance or the exit that is halfway down Mason Avenue, within that lot. And I'll have exit signs pointing for exit. Yes,
So you're gonna have signs on
pardon?
Peach Street, heading down towards Mason. At the moment, Peach Street is closed between,
People will come in from Stone Road to Fig to Mason. And the sign will be at Peach.
Intersection of Peach and Mason.
Each
Oh,
event.
oh,
It's not on
oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's not on
I,
page.
I
it's on
thought,
Mason.
I thought you meant you were gonna have signs from the art.
No,
Okay,
no, I
I
know
got
that
you.
door is closed off.
Yeah.
We also have one volunteer who's going to be driving a art walk golf cart shuttle. And its route will be from the Toddy property entrance, when you're driving in, which is the road across from Brown Dog Ice Cream, there will be a sign there saying, art walk shuttle stop. People who drive in for the art walk can park it in the Toddy property, they can walk to the gated area, wait for the golf cart shuttle. We have a 6-seater golf cart and a driver who's working for tips. And he will take people from there to the Strawberry Street entrance of the park, drop them off. If there are people who want to go back, they'll do that. So they just make a run back and forth between around 10 o'clock and 4 on both days. Okay, and like I said, they're volunteering for tips. But as I understand it, when they've had weddings and they've done things like this, tips have been really good. Maybe we need to have people drunk before they get good tips, I don't know. If you're coming to the reception, I don't have specific parking for that. I would expect people to park on Strawberry and on Tazewell. And I would encourage people to park where they can. Or we can ask people to meet in the parking lot and then, park below one car. I've never thought about that. Sorry.
There's nothing you can do.
No,
We will, one thing at Christmas, but we have, probably six or 8 slots beside the school on Tazewell right now, and for most times, they're filling up the picnic tables and that's where we eat outside. We can clear those out, and that would be really for people that need to be close to school. But honestly, you're gonna likely park a block or 2 or 3 away. And that means, Murphy, we can't drink our usual amount. So you can get to the school, you may not be able to get back to your car. Go ahead. There isn't a good answer. I mean, you will be able to park in front of the school during school time. That's all kept open for the school. So you'll be able to park on Strawberry. So, you know, depending on how many cars, if you get there at a decent time, you should find a slot somewhere within a couple of blocks of the school. But there isn't any designated parking except the parking lot, and we'll clear, that's one thing we'll do on Saturday, is clear out the picnic table, so there's room to park there for this event as well. But that's the best we can do, because they're just sitting in the parking.
I assume you can park all day, I do too.
You can, but you know, it's gonna be a big day in town, we're gonna have a lot of people at this concert, we have a lot of people showing up at the beach already, so, you know, I would say, if you get a place, and one thing, let me remind you that don't live in town, no matter what anybody says to you, the slot in front of their house is not there, so. Rand gets out and yells and says, that's my parking space, it's not. He has the driveway, he puts his car in there, right?
No, that's our neighbor's drive, that's our neighbor's driveway.
Go to the store, and you park for his house, then he has to go find a place. It's a pretty good number, you do not control the space in front of your house, all people think it's.
Some people think they do.
Absolutely.
Any other questions? No, okay, then,
Some people put their dress all like that. Well, that's fine.
In Chicago, when you get heavy snow,
Yeah.
we clear in front of here.
Right, thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Don't forget to let
Me
Joe
too.
know.
Me too.
And be part of it for you. Anyone else, anyone, good Rotary, is that for? All right, stand and say the 4-way back. Is it the truth?
Is very long, serving. Will it build better friendships? Will it be beneficial to
All
all?
concerned.
Don't forget the anniversary and have some fun.
Are you gonna take the bean off back to Jackie?
I'm not gonna tell her, because.
She wanna know where the
she- Yeah, she doesn't believe in giving things away.